Hello everyone. I've got a very unfortunate news. I've contracted COVID-19 and it's my second time I've had it within a year. The last time I contracted it was December the 7th and this lasted for 5 weeks and that was life-threatening. What I find with coronavirus COVID-19, it attacks your breathing, your lungs. So what I find now, I've had it since the 23rd of May, this version of coronavirus. The first time my coronavirus started out as a flu. This is back in 7th of December when I was shaking and sweating fevers. Then as I thought I was getting better, I started to cough and developed a chest infection and therefore my breathing completely went. I was gasping for air. I thought that was my time. This time round, I started off with a slight irritating cough, and the cough had built up, and my chest is sore, but not as sore as the first time round. Because what I've been doing this time round that I didn't do last time is that I've reduced the amount of sweet things I'm taking in my body. I have had some sweet things, but less, much less now. And the biggest factor that's determined the way I cope with the COVID-19 now is iron. I've been taking a lot of iron, and even bigger than that, I've quit meat now for 7 weeks and 3 days. No animal produce. I've cut full fat milk. Full fat milk has been cut out. Butter has been cut out of my diet. So what you find is when you have the COVID-19 virus, you get a mucus in the lungs, and it's a lung infection. The virus produces a mucus in the lungs like a sponge, and this reduces your lungs' capacity for you to breathe. Therefore what it does, it shuts off oxygen to the rest of your body, and that's what kills you. It shuts down every organ one by one. The brain, the kidneys, the liver, the whole lot goes. So what you have to do, you have to make sure you take iron to give yourself a chance. Make sure you've got adequate iron supply in the body. Because what iron does, as you must know already, iron helps the distribution of oxygen around the body. So you get distribution of oxygen around the body. So what it does, it's no guarantee, but it gives you a chance. So I find that two versions of iron that I take, the gentle iron version, which is 20 milligrams, and then I have one, which this one was actually prescribed by my partner, Laura, but they gave her a stronger dose. So I decided to take that dose on myself to help me. So the meat, giving up meat has helped me cope this time round far better, and full cream milk, because milk has a mucus. It produces mucus in the body. Now this mucus helps feed the coronavirus. Another thing helps feed the coronavirus is sugar. Sweet blood, high blood sugar level increases the coronavirus and increases your chance of dying. And what else? Meat. Any meat products like steak, beef, it attacks the body and does not help the body, and it feeds the virus. So what I find this is my personal experience of the virus, is since quitting meat, I'm able to cope a lot better. So the things I do, I make myself lemon with honey. I take that at intervals. I just take a spoon of honey here. I drink hot boiled root ginger. I drink that down. Ginger to keep the hopefully burn any viruses out in your system. And when the virus wants to go into your blood, it's in there. But I start off with a sore throat. Now I can feel my chest, all my lungs here hurting here. Chest is hurting here. I've got pains here, and I've got pains down to here. I can feel the pain down to here now. How this virus works, I don't know who else has got coronavirus. If you have coronavirus, tell me if you get this. 1 minute you feel you're better. Then the next second you feel bad, you're sweating with fevers. Now I find if you eat any sort of food and you go to sleep on it, your fever will get worse. So you have to make sure you have a light food, but you got before you go to sleep. And this should apply in general anyway. But because you're sick, you tend to eat to try and feed the virus something, and don't starve because the virus will attack the body. And the things I've got to worry about for me, because of my heart condition, I had a heart attack last year June, and this is the second year, first year anniversary of me having a heart attack. Still here alive on the planet. I've been using every weapon available. As you can see in my videos, I protected myself the utmost. It makes no difference what you do, you're still gonna get the COVID-19. I truly believe that the COVID-19 virus will get everyone eventually, because people are not adhering to lockdown rules and social distances. So this thing is going to spread around in the air, and it's not the big particles you have to worry about, it's the fine particles that come through the window as you open your front door, come through letters. You can only do so much to protect yourself, but in the end, Mother Nature will get you. So because I've got a heart condition, okay, I have to be very, very careful. So I've been having things like apple cider vinegar just in the body, ginger, hot lemons, honey, iron. Put the iron in, and because I'm an ethnic minority with darker skin, we have a tendency, especially over the age of 50, to be very vulnerable to the COVID-19 by producing low levels of vitamin D. So what I do, I supplement my vitamin D with 2000 IU strength of vitamin D. Sometimes I take 4000, but because it's summer, the 2000 is enough. And what I also take is a vitamin C. But vitamin C is not guaranteed for protecting you against any infections. What vitamin C does is just boost your immune system. But vitamin D is a stronger option. Now, if you've got heart problems, you're going to make sure you take your medication, especially the aspirins and the blood thinners, because this virus, it inflames your arteries inside. So it not only attacks your lungs and the oxygen distribution to the body, but it attacks your arteries, which expands them. And if your blood's thick or anything like that, it'll just stop your heart just like that. And it attacks your kidneys as well. I've got kidney pains as well. Since I've had it, I've got kidney pains. I've been drinking lots of water and lots of ginger in the water, loads of it. You get the ginger, you peel, you slice. And my partner Laura has been looking after me, incredible. She's been absolutely a blinder of a woman, looking after me during this period. Been cooking for me, cleaning the home, looking after the children, looking after me, asking me if I want anything. It's like waiting on hand and foot. Best woman ever. Nothing comes near, and it's the only woman I have had. She's just so incredible, looking after the whole family. So I love her to bits, and she's looking after me. So this is it. So make sure when you have the another thing is to also control your cough. Try and control your cough. I truly believe that by controlling your cough, I know it's easy said than done, you minimize the soreness of your chest. People tend to have a cold and they go try and avoid this. I'm going from experience. Try and stay calm and try and cool yourself down. Use your mind and overcome this COVID-19, or else it will kill you. I've had it and I know that the one I had in December was far worse than what I've got now. Now I've got just a cough and I've got a fever. About 4 hours ago I was burning up everywhere. I was burning up. But I had this as well early on. I've been in lockdown for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks in lockdown. And if I ever pop out of this place, I use the mask, gloves, everything. But being locked down, being stuck in home, it's just like a prison. Being in complete lockdown. Just as the government has lifted up the restriction rules. Now how these people are protesting about this George Floyd's killing, it baffles me. How can you be protesting in mass groups when there's COVID-19 around? This makes me think that there's some sort of conspiracy. Maybe that copper killed the George Floyd knowing that it would bring mass protests. Therefore, people would congregate together in groups, and then you'd have infection spread like wildfire, and you not only would kill one person, but kill thousands. The problem with that, there are also whites involved with the protest, and this will spread everywhere. I'm just hoping this virus does not spread everywhere, and this will test whether they made a bigger fuss than normal about this virus than they should have, because now people have gathered all around the world in mass protests. Yes, I do know people are wearing masks, some of them, but the groups are too close together. A lot of people are not wearing masks. People are very emotional and not thinking. And what I think of this protest is, yes, you have to protest because this is a very emotional time for people. But I don't agree with the violence and smashing and burning down businesses, and I don't agree with that. But forget what I agree with. You've got to think of the passion in people. They're just giving up hope of the continued racial discrimination and the way they've been treated by police, the way they feel, and so they've resorted to violence. But I say, please people, don't resort to violence. Use your head and use what you have within yourself to improve yourself as a person. Even though you have the adversity of racism, try and improve yourself skill-wise, improve yourself as a person. Look at the way you are behaving, how you might be impacting society, so you have a chance. So if you go out violent and wrecking the place, people look at you in that way. If you stay calm and try and fight it that way by staying calm and protesting peacefully and finding a way with a group of people congregating together and protesting, pushing that way, you may have a better chance because they look at you as more civil. But if you behave in a way where you're committing anarchy and damage, people look at you as an animal. So try and be looked at as normal and on the up than looked at as an animal. And that's what I say. This is my opinion, how my brain would think. I wouldn't go and just wreck the place and burn down things. I just could imagine me with a torch and I've got a disagreement with someone. I go and burn down the place. Not at all. Not at all. So I just feel right now my chest hurting, and I've got this thing in control. I'm taking the iron tablets, and it's distributing the oxygen around my body. I had a scare about 10 days ago. It was 10 days ago, when my lungs was closing up, and I sat there and I couldn't breathe. Anyone's got COVID-19 will know what I'm talking about. You stand there and you, even taking 2 steps of movement, you're gasping for air, and then that's what's dangerous, because you know your lungs not distributing oxygen to the muscles. You start to get lightheaded, and it is really scary. It gets eerie feeling around the whole body. If anyone's got COVID-19, please inbox me and share your experiences, because this is no joke. And I've had it for about 2 weeks now, but I believe that COVID-19 will last 5 weeks in the body. I think 5 weeks it stays inside your body. So I'm going to continue drinking tons of hot ginger water. I've got in here lemon freshly squeezed, and about 3 spoons of honey in here. I'll take that as well. Yeah, I find it soothes the throat. It soothes the throat. One thing I'd like to say, another thing which is very important for people who are on heart medication, while this COVID-19 is on and you have medication, if you miss your medication and cut it down or miss days out, you are going to feel it. Because whether you have COVID-19 or not, when you're taking these medications, once you stop taking them, you can feel the effects of not taking them. With me, I absolutely hate this medication and I want to come off it, but you have no choice. When your heart is gone and you had a heart attack, you got to take it. But what I intend to do is come off these. And people say, oh, it's impossible, you're mad, you're risking your life and everything. But I say to them, right, if you spend the rest of your life on these tablets, they're going to kill you anyway. So the first step I've taken is to go on the meat-free diet. So I'm a meat-free right now. I'm not a vegan yet. Our whole family, since 23rd of May. 7 weeks and 3 days now, we've been meat-free. We were craving for meats even up to 2 weeks ago. Now we don't crave meats anymore. So we want to stay on the meat-free diet for 6 months and keep our milk to semi-skimmed, no butter, and just see how we go in terms of ridding all the cravings, letting our body adjust to this meat, not having meat in it. And when we're going to do that, when that time arrives, we feel we're ready, we're going to go vegan. Well, vegan means no animal produce whatsoever. So we're going to go vegan next, and I think that will help the body more. Because what you don't want to do is produce mucus while you have any COVID-19 or any viruses. Mucus helps the body to manifest these bacteria and diseases, inflames you. With me, this is my experience, as you grow older, me being an athlete in all my life, as you get older, the body changes. Now, you can't eat the same foods you did when you were 30 and younger. Your body at 30 and younger is a different tune. But as you get older, your body changes, your digestive systems, your liver. So you have to adjust your diet to suit your age, or else your body's going to expand this way up. With me, I had a car crash back in 2009 where I was whacked 85 mile an hour head on by a drunk driver. So this practically rearranged my body inside. I suffer with degenerative spine conditions, nerve disorders in my body where I get pains in my feet and hands. This is my spine. My spine got damaged, so I've got pains in my body. But I've dealt with it very well. I've dealt with real challenging times, and people don't know I've hidden it from people, just trying to struggle it myself. And as a man, we tend to do that. We're trying to cope with it ourselves and not speak about it, just trying to keep it inside. But what I find that does, you suffer in silence. But I've been talking to my missus about it, how much I've been suffering, and she's seen it. And she helps me a lot. She's very understanding and helps me quite a lot. So here we have it. Iron, make it your best friend during COVID-19. If you're low on iron, you will die. It's all about oxygen distribution while this virus is attacking your lungs. And it's all about not being on meat, which produces mucus, which helps shut your lungs down. And helps inflame the body, inflames your arteries and kills you. If this helps you, I hope this helps you, and I hope you find it useful. But when you cough on your hands, kill it. So you don't spread it. As I cough on my hands, I use Dettol on my hands to kill it. Hope you enjoyed this vlog, and thank you for watching.
A special thank you from the heart